All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you from YouTube. We are coming from you from YouTube, man, in the YouTube sports community. And we are your favorite podcast on YouTube. Yes, yes, way better than Pat McAfee show. Way better than Pat McAfee. And almost as good as Undisputed with old Skip. But again, man, welcome to another episode of Sports to Talk About, man. We got we had some college football news on the mark, but and also where we will go over all the scores for week 3 of the NFL, and the podcast panel is going to talk about Sunday night game between the Raiders and the Steelers, and the 2 Monday night games as well, man. So we got all this and more, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Sports Podcast. All right, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching us here on YouTube, watching us do what we love, and that is talk about some sports, in particular, some good old football. Follow us on Twitter and join our sports group on Facebook. It is called the Real Sports Group, man. Go to your Facebook and type in the search bar, Real Sports Group. You will find us right there. The best damn sports group on Facebook, matter of fact, the Real Sports Group. All right, man, without further ado, man, we are dragging. I know I'm dragging today. I'm tired, boy. I'm tired. You see, I'm trying to bust it out, boy. I'm tired, boy. Them 9 to 5s, well, in my case, 2 in the morning or whenever. Both things to tear you up, boy. But nevertheless, we are here. And without further ado, I want to introduce you guys, the world, to my guys, Real Sports Podcast panel. Oh boy, representing America's team, America. We them boys down in AT&T Stadium. Yes, sir. They are the 5-time Super Bowl champion. They are the Dallas Cowboys. He's a Real Sports NFL trivia champ. Do not cross the street. It is Wall Street. My man.
I'm a little honorary mood today.
I feel you, bro.
Terrible showing this weekend. You know, I'm disappointed. I had to eat a lot of crow out here hosting.
It's all
good. 17, so we'll fix it and we'll be back.
Yeah, you got to regroup, baby. That's a minor regroup. Man. All right. Oh man, it's kind of weird not having Mark here. It's kind of weird not having Mark here, man. But let me go ahead and get him ready. He is The jewelry. He has the jewelry store. The man with all the rings. Yes, he came into the house and he waved his terrible towel. He came to Allegiant Stadium and he came out with the dub. Gotta give it to him. Mr. Black and Gold, Black and Yellow. I gotta give it to him. They are the 6-time Super Bowl champion. They are the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got us this Sunday. Salute to them. The Real Sports NBA Trivia Champion. It's a great day to be them. It's always a great day to be Deuce.
Man. Let me tell you how good of a weekend I had. Started off with the Grambling Tigers winning on Saturday.
Okay.
My Florida Gators won on Saturday.
Oh, man, they did win. That's what's up.
Then we keep on rolling into Sunday, and the Cowboys got stomped.
I knew that was coming, bro.
Then we rolled into the late night around 7:20 my time, and my boys walked into Allegiant, blew that torch out.
He did.
Out of there,
bro. He did.
Handle business. And how conveniently, America, that young Mark ain't here today. Man.
Oh man.
How convenient. It's all right though. You can run. You can't hide though, brother. You gotta come back. I'll be right here waiting on you when you get back.
Wait. Oh, he wait. Yeah, wait. Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide though.
Can't hide.
It's just weird not having them all. But Mark, I know you probably watching, so I just say it like this. He representing, it's kind of hard to say it, representing the Raider Nation, the 3-time Super Bowl champion of Las Vegas Raiders. And he is Oklahoma State's alumni. He's nowhere to be found. It is young Mark.
My man.
But there he is.
Boy, you look good, man.
That black and yellow around his neck.
Don't he look good?
It look good on him.
He got the clean cut and everything. Look at him. Boy, he cleaned up, isn't he?
I know it's like it's choking you, don't it, Mark? Feel like an albatross around your neck.
All I'm gonna say is shout out to Deuce. I'm here. I ain't gonna run from you, dog. Just want to make you sweat a little bit. I'm here. I came on here Saturday. I made a decree. I had 30 years of history to back me up, and 30 years of history and intervened from beyond by the snake ain't enough to overcome a bad head coach. So it is what it is. It could have been worse for me. If Pittsburgh would have beat us by multiple scores, I would have lost another bet that I had with another Steelers fan and had to get the Steelers logo shaved into my head. So it could have been a lot worse. But,
so you made that call down there when Minka hit Jimmy G. So it was you.
That was a snake. That was something.
It was something. I ain't gonna say it on the internet, but it was something.
But I do have to come on here and eat crow. So I'm here to do that. I hope that if anything, I was able to give back to Deuce a little bit what Deuce has given to me. Since Deuce has came on the show, he's made the show a hell of a lot more fun for me. I've had the time of my life since he's come on. He forces me to be a better person each time we get on the show. I know I got to bring my A game with him, so I hope in exchange for that, I was able to help make this Steelers win a little bit more sweeter than all the rest. So shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Oh! Come on, man. It don't get it. And that's our show for the evening, everybody. Let's just go home. Let's just go home, man.
Yeah, man. We going home, man. We going home.
Home, bro.
God, man.
Well, I see I woke everybody up.
Oh, yeah. That woke me up, bro. I'm tired, bro. Good Lord. Oh, my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to take my glasses off. Let me clear my throat.
Oh,
Mark, what was you thinking while it was happening live time? What was going through your mind?
I had confidence all the way up until that field goal. I'm gonna get into it when we talk about the game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the
Yeah.
Boy, got
good game, dude. I'm here, bro.
Real talk.
I appreciate
that
it,
was a good game, man. No doubt.
It was very unlike you when I heard you weren't gonna be here. I was very surprised.
Well, let's go to the live chat real quick. Philly G's in the building. Philly G. Chris, Carolina Panthers is in the building. Right.
Beating the dead horse.
There go, baby. What's up, baby? What's going on with you? What's up, baby?
Miss Jones.
I should have picked the cards. Streets was good with the trade. Rockstar Rock.
You can have them.
Oh Lord, they coming. Yeah, boy, here it comes, Streets. One time you didn't bet against them. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Live chat is alive. Again, man, boy, Martin with the swerve of the swerves right there, boy. Good Lord, I did not see that coming, but he's an honorary Pittsburgh guy today.
And this is just the beginning of it, host. Out of all the Steelers fans that I'm friends with, Deuce gave me the easiest bet. I promise you, it's gonna be a rough couple of weeks being Mark, man.
It's gonna be crazy. Good Lord. Good Lord. Well, again, man, thank everybody for joining in and watching the Sports Talk About today, man. We are not going to be for you long, but we're going to kick this thing off, man. I got all the scores, y'all. We're finna go through these scores. Y'all forgive my score, my review video. It's not working for me today for some reason, but nevertheless, let's get this thing going here. All right, man, the scores. Oh, boy. All right, man, of course, you know the Thursday night's game. We had the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Giants. 49ers 30-12 over the New York Giants. The Indianapolis Colts get an upset win over the Baltimore Ravens 22-19. The Cleveland Browns beat the brakes out of the Tennessee Titans 27-3. The Detroit Lions go to 2-1 as they defeat the Atlanta Falcons 20-6. And the Green Bay Packers coming back from 17 down, come up with a win in Lambeau. Jordan Love first win in Lambeau. Green Bay Packers 18-17 over the New Orleans Saints. The Houston Texans, oh man, they put up some points against their rival AFC South Division rivalry, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 37-17. Oh. The Miami Dolphins. Put up 70 versus the Denver Broncos, 70-20. Broncos going 0-3, and the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers, the only two undefeated 3-0 teams in the league right now. The Los Angeles Chargers, they defeat the Minnesota Vikings 28-24. The Vikings drop 0-3. The New England Patriots, they defeat the New York Jets 15-10. The Buffalo Bills beat the brakes off the Washington Commanders. Sorry, baby. 37-3. The Seattle Seahawks, they defeat the Carolina Panthers 37-27. The Arizona Cardinals, they defeat the Dallas Cowboys 28-16. The Kansas City Chiefs, they defeat the Chicago Bears 41-17. to 10. I'm going to leave it right there as we go into the Sunday night game. The Raiders versus the Steelers. Streets. What you get out of that game, brother? The Raiders and the Steelers.
Man, you can't overcome bad quarterback play. You can't overcome it. Those 3 picks by Jimmy G was some bad picks too, man. Just some bad game-losing picks. If it weren't for that, man, I really think y'all could have possibly pulled this game out, because you had Devontae was getting his. Devontae was getting off.
Mm-hmm.
Myers had a nice game. He had a nice game with 85 yards. But Jimmy G, he'll do it to you sometime, man. What can I say? He would do it to you sometime at the most inopportune moments. He'll throw it to the other team. And that one he threw, that guy, I like his last name, Wallace. I mean, he was just, what he had, 2 picks? so big game. Defense showed up. And I like Coach T. What can I say? I like Coach T.
Man. Yeah, you got a little Tomlin, man. You got a little
by Jimmy G. Just bad performance by Jimmy G. Man, it's hard to overcome quarterback play.
Yeah.
Bad quarterback. Trust me, I know.
I agree with you, Street. I get to my comment. What I told Deuce like in production meeting, but yeah. Same thing. Same exact way. All right, Mark. Give it to us, man. It's the show is all. It's all on you, brother. What did you get out of this game?
I got 2 big takeaways for this game. The first one being that I owe someone an apology. I owe an apology to Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. I've been critical of him, especially after last year, but looking back over the tape, especially Sunday night, I have to give him a lot of credit. Because the storyline is split. During the Derek Carr era, it was the offense being let down by the defense. But in the new era, post Derek Carr, first 3 weeks of the season, the defense has done their job, but the offense hasn't. I feel like outside of that first touchdown where old dude torched our DBs and we had what felt like a busted coverage. Outside of that touchdown, the defense really held their own. 95% of that game, they just kept getting stops, kept getting 3 and outs, and the offense couldn't capitalize to save their lives. So I think I'm actually somewhat satisfied with Patrick Graham in the defense right now. So I hope some of the heat gets taken off of him. Tyree Wilson didn't even play the whole game; only played a handful of snaps. So you want to clock, bro. I got my eye on you for negative reasons, but even though we lost that game, the thing that I am the most proud of about that game Sunday night was the fact that it wasn't the 2 highly touted first-round draft picks at running back from Alabama who were the best running back on the field Sunday night. The one spark that the Steelers had on offense that literally kept that offense going, it was unquestionably the best running back on the field, was an undrafted free agent from Oklahoma State named Jaylen Warren. Salute to my man, Jaylen.
Yeah,
we can sure use your services in Stillwater right now if you want to come back to school. I am happily able to report to Deuce that I got a Jaylen Warren jersey on the way. Right? I can't wait to rock it and wear it proudly.
Okay. All right, Deuce. You got the dub, man. You got the dub.
Yeah. So it's an interesting ball game, man. I think we beat y'all worse than what the score showed. I'm gonna be honest. I think our defense, I truly believe our defense was dominant, other than Devontae getting his, and clearly our secondary has been shaky all season. Levi Wallace had 2 interceptions, but they weren't like, let me run the route for you and catch the interception. It was like, okay, Jimmy G scrambling out of the pocket, throws the ball, and, here we go type of thing. The biggest thing that I was proud of, though, is Josh Jacobs had 62 yards. I mean, we completely shut down the run game. His longest run was 10 yards. And we made Jimmy G have to beat us.
Yeah.
I think if you can put, the Raiders into that situation and make Jimmy G beat you, it's going to be rough. And I think that's what we saw. Sacked him 4 times, 3 picks. Kenny looked great. The offense still is sputtering though. Honestly, it was the best play calling I've seen by Matt Canada, and that's saying something because it's not like we put up 30, 40 points. We put up 23 points and, didn't score in the second and third quarter, So it's going to be – it's interesting. George got his. Calvin Austin looked good. We finally got incorporated in the offense, but that's what happens when you're able to run the ball.
Yeah.
Najee had his best performance so far this year, and that's saying something because he only had 65 yards. So we finally were able to get into the plus downs. Y'all play that too high shell. We were able to get Calvin Austin on a post route and burn you down the middle. He's a speedster. We saw him do that in the preseason, and it was kind of up from there. But I got to give a big shout out. I'm not gonna just come on here and brag and boast as much as I really want to. But that dude, 98, man, is a bad boy on the other side of that field, bro. Max Crosby is he's a problem. Just every time you look up, he's making it hard on whoever he's in front of. And I like the fact that he switches sides, So however they want to run that defense, whenever they want to run a blitz away from him, which is what they most likely do, they run a blitz away from him and push him into Max when your quarterback gives to leave the pocket. So I'm just happy we got out with the win. Kind of made it a little too close towards the end there for my liking, but great win by the Steelers.
I'm probably gonna get attacked because I've been getting attacked on social media. Oh yeah, I've been getting attacked. Oh boy. All right. Again, man, respect to the Steelers. Good God, good play, man. But I'm gonna give it back to him, man. That TJ Watt is a dominant force, bro. I mean, Aaron Donald held it down for a good little bit, but man, this dude TJ Watt, I'm telling you, this guy is relentless from start to finish. This guy, we had no answer for him, none, and he rattled Jimmy G. Jimmy G got hurt when he got pulled back. Man, I mean. But this game, huh?
Jimmy had those happy feet in the pocket, man.
Yeah, man.
It was tapping.
JJ, I mean, it was Watt. It was Watt, man. I'm telling you, man. He had intimidated. Jimmy G was shook. This game is gonna be. I will blame this game on Jimmy G and the offensive line. They just did not. First of all, they didn't have nothing for TJ. And it was just he was a one-man wrecking crew. Jimmy G just I don't know, man. I'll put it like this: this is his worst game of his career, I believe. So I really it's a kind of a good thing, bad thing. I'm glad he's getting it out now in week 3. I'm glad he played a good Steeler defense now. I'm glad he got all the rust off of him now. So we should see, hopefully, against the Chargers. We should see a more, tougher, aggressive Jimmy G if he come back from concussion protocol. Start Aiden O'Connell, please. Because
we start Brian Hoyer next week. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man.
We're gonna do just like when Hoyer started last time, and Stiddy came in, and Stiddy came in and cleaned it up. But yeah, we're gonna stink. But again, man, shout out to the Steelers. You gotta love Mike Tomlin. Great game plan by Canada, the offensive coordinator. The Steelers stagnant on that offense, man. But they play. Mike Tomlin had that. You could tell he had that cruise control, like not too much, not too little, not too much, not too little, not too much, not too little. And I like that, man. And Kenny Pickett, he did a good job. Again, man, I mean, they stopped the run game. They stopped down JJ. I mean, they stopped JJ. So again, man, they wanted that win. They deserved that win. Hats off. That's all I can say, Deuce. Hats off, baby. Hats off. They got it. I got it. I got it.
Are you? How do you feel about the decision in the fourth?
What you mean?
When coach decided to kick a field goal instead of going for the touchdown.
Oh, you got to go for the touchdown.
I was waiting for you to bring that up, Mark, because
I was trying to leave some meat on the bone for my Raider brother.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I'm with you, Mark.
I sat there and I said, and y'all, no offense, but I said, wow, the Raiders about to be the Raiders. Like there's no way you don't go at the end zone in that situation.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna give me the ball back. I think you guys had one time out left.
We had a chance to win. Y'all actually.
By the time we got the ball back, it was only like 12 seconds, but I feel like there was no justification for it. I understand our defense was doing pretty good, but go for the touchdown and go for the tie in the moment. And at worst, if we didn't see, you guys would have got the ball at the 8-yard line.
Drive 92 yards.
Out of your own end zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point now, man.
I think that's your girl, Mark.
I'm starting to heat back up.
I think that's your girl, Mark.
Oh, they come out in droves.
Yeah, they coming out, bro.
I'm at the point, man, where I'm starting to be like, Mark. I don't know how much time Mark Davis is gonna give McDaniels, man, but something got to give.
I agree.
It's not Derek Carr. You got rid of him. You got a guy who has been groomed in your system, and our offense has not looked good at any point during the season. It's been worse than what it was with Derek, in the sense of like Jimmy G would have an amazing first drive and just slice you and dice you and score a touchdown, and after that he forgets how to play football, and that's going to be costly when we got teams like the Dolphins on the schedule in a couple of weeks. So
he don't know. Jimmy G, when he messes up, man, he just knocks his whole confidence out. Same thing with Buffalo. He threw that interception. That was it. Like, it just took his confidence down. And our secondary stinks. Marcus Peters, he blew it. Oh man, he had such a house call.
Yep.
Oh, he had such a house call.
Outside of that drop, he played pretty darn good.
It was okay.
Why Najee couldn't get going.
Yeah. Bennett, they went after the rookie Bennett. They went after him, which is smart. Got a couple PIs. But like I said, I agree. I wish. That's why I think I told you before, Mark. I wish I miss Gruden, man. I don't give a damn what he done.
At this point, bro, I'm at the point where let him take sensitivity, training or something. Please get Josh McDaniels the hell up out of here. Keep Ziegler, please.
Yeah, man. If we had Gruden and Carr, that'd have been a whole different game, man. But
hey, no disrespect to Deuce. I mean, no disrespect at all. If we would have had at least Hugh freaking Jackson could have been coaching us, and we would have won that game. We lost that game so severely on the back of Josh McDaniels. That's unacceptable, man. That's back-to-back years of playing the Steelers, and Josh McDaniels wet the bed. Yeah. I can't with him no more, host.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. And,
shout out to Deuce for that win, though.
No doubt, man. No doubt to the Deuce.
Appreciate you.
No doubt to the Deuce. All right, man. Next game we have here. He's Austin Sanders.
My guy.
Austin Sanders. What's up, Austin?
My guy.
He's watching us right now in the group. Right now.
Die hard Steelers fan.
That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. That is what's up. This game, man, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. They went down to Raymond James, took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eagles win. They go 3-0 by the score of 25-11. Mark, what you get out of that game, brother? Your boy Baker. Which was okay.
It was just when Deuce came on, he was listening to how he had an amazing weekend and he just wanted everything. Anything football related this weekend, I lost. I lost NFL trivia against Street. Oklahoma State lost again on Saturday. The Raiders lost Sunday night, and my boy Baker Mayfield lost on Monday.
Yeah,
I can't get a win on the gridiron to save my life this week. Shout out to Philly G and the Eagles. That defense ain't no joke.
That defense stepped up.
I regret every day, man. I regret the fact that we passed on Jordan Davis, to be completely honest with you, because he was just wrecking dudes.
What you talking about?
Tossing offensive linemen aside like they was nothing. Baker couldn't really get going. But one surprising thing for me was like, you expect players in a contract year to really go like above and beyond and step their game up and try to earn some money. And Mike Evans had some pretty big drops in that game where, like, I feel like normally he would have made the catch. And you lost some points on the board in the red zone with a couple of them drops. So I hope they can get that together. But outside of that, man, it's just another reason why Philadelphia is looking like the best team in the NFC.
He catch it. The Deuce, Raymond James.
Yeah. I was waiting. I knew you'd bring it up, Mark, and so it was coming. It was inevitable. So I didn't feel like bringing it up. But yeah, I think that game's all about that defense over there in Philly, bro. I mean, that and the run game. You know,
Yeah,
Jalen didn't have a great game. He turned the ball over twice, which really isn't like him. And a few of those picks, well, no, one of them for sure. I looked at and I was just kind of like, just kind of, just threw it up there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about.
It was Josh Allen-esque to me.
It was Jimmy Garoppolo-ish.
And them being able to run the ball and run by committee. Not that they have to right now, because DeAndre Swift is looking phenomenal. 18 carries for 130. That's great. As long as he's doing that, he's going to be fine. He's going to be the number one guy. You even got Kenneth Gainwell, who's a speedster. You kind of bring them in together, and I don't see AJ Brown, yelling at Jalen anymore. He went off.
Right.
He went off. 9 for 131. So they look good. Like I said, that defense looks phenomenal. That safety, that wasn't even that had nothing to do with the linebacker. That defensive line put that offensive line 3 yards in the backfield. Running back had nowhere to go. Tried to bounce it out, and they just cleaned it up. That's just phenomenal play from that front seven.
Yeah.
And I'm be honest, man. Mike tried to show up a little late. He showed up late to the party, like like Mark said. Some key drops that could have, helped them in key situations. But the Eagles look good, man. Even when they, one facet of their season, I think they're still trying to find their identity in the passing in the air and really get going up in the air. Their run game has been sufficient, and they've been able to play to their strength, which is their defense. So as long as they're doing that, they still gonna be hard to beat. And you get them in 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and you just go ahead and prepare for first down, because they getting it.
With Deuce, with what you've seen with Tampa versus Philly, which, like I said, they didn't really play too much of a bad game. They just got dominated by their defense. But can you actually see Tampa actually going?
Tampa's a lot better than what I gave them credit for. I kind of hate saying it because I talked a lot of garbage about Baker. And he only turned the ball over once yesterday. You know what I mean? Like he didn't. He I think he's playing like he has something to prove. Like I think in Cleveland, I've seen him play like y'all gonna have to come pull me. So I'm gonna go out here and do whatever the hell I want to do. And now it's like he's playing quarterback. He's not putting the ball in harm's way. He's doing the right things, making the right reads, and I really can't say much about him. But Tampa Bay they're going to be a tough out. It seems like, it doesn't seem like anybody's just going to be able to walk in and just blow them out. They were dominated last night for sure, but they still managed to hang in there a little bit. You know what I mean? That defense does just enough, to keep them in some football games. If they can score before the 4th quarter,
right,
then they might do something. So they're a lot better than what I expected.
No, I agree with you on that. Yeah, Baker was hitting, man. He was, them slants. He was on, boy. Yeah, I agree with you, Deuce. You could tell this is a big stage for him. It's a new team. It's a good team he's playing against with NFC champs. He had something to prove. He wanted to prove something. I could tell. You could tell the will he had. I definitely agree with you on that. Streets. Get out of that game, Streets.
Well, I don't want to get too carried away because I don't think much of Tampa, even though I think they're not as bad as I thought they would be. I don't think they're very good either, so I don't want to get carried away too much by what the Eagles did to them. Because I think if Evans would have made some of those catches early, man, he dropped the touchdown, he dropped first downs. It could have been a different ball game, you know what I mean? But he just didn't make those catches. So they dominated with the run, time of possession. They dominated. And man, one throw that Jalen made in this game, I said, "Damn, that
You talking about the back foot?
He made it to the kids. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Zacchaeus, Omalade Zacchaeus.
Yeah, that throw was
Yeah.
sick. That was sick.
That was throw, man. I was
Yeah.
sitting there and I was like, damn.
Yeah,
It was just a throw, man.
yeah, he
That
threw it
was-
on the back foot. I was like, God damn.
I'm impressed. They look good. They dominated. They did what you were supposed to do to a team that I think you're better than. They dominated them. 472 total yards. So they put it on them, man, and they're gonna be a problem. You know, as the season go on, they're gonna be a problem, man. Especially if we don't tighten up our run defense, we really gonna have some issues with them. So they did what they were supposed to. Baker looked a little bit better than I thought he would. Mark, I must admit, I will admit that. You know,
He looked sharp. He looked sharp.
I think you got to help him out. You know, you got to help him out. You got to make those catches.
Yeah.
But you know, the Eagles deal with that. They're just a better team. They're just a much better team.
They should have definitely been in the running for Kareem Hunt, man.
Yeah.
They're run. They're my God. They got to get their run game going to help Baker. You know,
Appreciate it, homie.
he's a lot better of an athlete that people get him credit for.
Absolutely.
So when he gets out the pocket, you know, and some of those play actions, get a tight end coming back across the play. If that tight end isn't there, he's athletic enough to make something of it. But you can't run play action if the run game ain't working. So
There you go.
you know,
They-
41 yards rushing ain't gonna cut it.
No, sir. No,
And it's
sir.
hard to run the Eagles, man. It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
They got a big defensive line.
It is. And they start Fletcher and Jordan, and then they bring Jalen Carter off the bench. So it's just like,
That's not even
what
fair.
do you do?
Right.
You know?
They big as that's a big ass line.
Number 90. Who's number 90?
That's Jordan Davis.
Jordan
That's a
Davis. Yeah, he big.
That's Jordan Davis.
Yeah, he big
Great
motherfucker.
drafting. I think it was
That's
what
a big-
Jalen Carter was the one that came out this year.
Yeah.
Jalen
I
Carter.
regret not
yeah.
drafting that man, yo.
God damn.
They-
boy.
they're a real deal.
Yeah, Philly got some big boys. Philly look like them boys in Texas. Texas
Yeah.
Longhorn, them big motherfucker. Jeez.
Hey,
You
but
gotta
host,
stop that to have a chance to get Philly, man. If you can't stop that run, it's lights out for you.
Lights out. Absolutely.
They'll play action pass, and Jalen
That's it.
put all in the money right now.
Yeah, he
they
the best
put
though.
him in-
His fault. His receiver sort of ran the wrong route. It looked like he was supposed to stop, but he kept on going and just threw it right to the receiver.
Oh yeah.
One of those-
That miss. Yeah, I got you on that. What you say, Mark?
I was gonna say, Street has been we haven't touched on it yet, but you know, Miami dropped 70 on the Broncos.
I
on
was just about to go
Sunday,
there.
And Street has been talking about he wants to see Miami go up against like a tough team or a legitimate team late in the season. They got to go to Philadelphia at the end of October, so that game got a little bit more enticing after Sunday.
It's gonna be a good test.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
great test.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be the shit.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a good test.
that could be Super Bowl.
Leave it up
Could
to
be.
Philly G. They gonna hang 70 on them if he
Yeah,
tell us.
shit.
So.
All right. Speaking of that, I got a request for you guys, the podcast panel. The question for person asked me to ask the podcast panel because he want to get y'all opinion. Is it time already for Russell Wilson to go?
I ain't gonna blame it on Russell. I ain't gonna blame this one on Russell because that game was close early, man. It was close. I blame it on defense.
The defense.
I mean, 70 points on
It's
you, man.
Miami though. You can't. I mean, goddamn.
ain't
Everybody 4-2s on there.
This ain't college football though, man. I think the team gave up, man.
Yeah.
They gave up. Not playing. I don't think that got nothing to do with Russ. I really don't.
She said, "Bossa."
He might have
This
been.
speed is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic.
No,
yeah.
That's tough because that contract pretty damn huge, man. He's making more than a head coach right now.
Well, now if you saying should he be blamed because he making so much money they can't put no more talent around him, that's different.
Yeah.
I thought you was is his play.
yeah, that's what I think. The contract is hurting him two ways. Street, it's hurting him because
Bro.
it's eating up so much of the cap space. Again, I'll say it again. there should be a separate salary cap for quarterbacks and the rest of the team. So that's one thing. And then number two, because of that huge contract, they can't cut him, or else they're still gonna owe him a crap ton of money. And that's gonna be a huge salary cap hit for them, and again preventing them from signing anybody. But I think they really should. I think where they really messed up though was when they made the trade. I don't think they understood how much of an asset somebody like Noah Fant would be to their offense, so they got rid of him in that trade. And then also they didn't help the defense out either by getting rid of Bradley Chubb. So
good point.
And bringing in Russell, they got rid of a lot of their young talent that was really helping their team, and now they have nothing. I don't think I'm gonna put it on Russell just yet, because week 2 he put up 21 points and they were up 21-3 on Washington, only for the defense lugged them back in the game.
Word.
And then this week, I mean, the defense is the one that's got to stop Miami and not Russell. So I'm putting this one on Vance Joseph.
Oh hell yeah!
Russell threw for 300 yards.
I was gonna say, if you look at the stats, he had the same amount of yards that Tua did. The difference is Devon Achane ran for 203 by itself, and the Denver had 69 yards rushing as a team.
Jesus.
So a lot of that's got to go on the run game. A lot of it's got to go on the defense, because Russell wasn't out there covering nobody. He didn't give up 70 points.
Yeah, word.
If I'm not mistaken, he only turned the ball over once.
Yeah.
So
and that turnover was to Emmanuel Ogbah from Oklahoma State University.
So where's the other 63 points that you gave up? Who you gonna blame that on? You can't blame them on Russ. I give you 7 of them because he turned the ball over.
Yeah, he did.
But the other 63 was on them dudes.
It was on the defense. It was all on the defense. My boy Gigi, man. I gotta highlight him, man. That's my dude right there. That's my dude down there in Florida. But Deuce, he's a Seminole.
I know he is.
Yeah.
That's why they're not in the top 4 no more. Everybody didn't realize they're not for real.
My boy. It's my boy right there, man.
Clemson should have beat him. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at their defense, bro, and it's just a lack of talent.
What would you do with that defense, Deuce? Time to just blow it up.
I don't know, man. You got Justin Simmons, who's a great safety. You got PS2, who's a phenomenal corner.
True.
Jonathan Harris is a pretty good defensive end, but other than that, it's just nobody that jumps off the page at you. You obviously traded Bradley Chubb, I think 2 years ago now.
Yeah. Mark said that.
He's was a big piece of who they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now it's just kind of figuring out what your identity is. You're not a run stopper. Clearly, you gave up 270, 280 yards rushing. 350 on the ground.
350.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Yeah.
350 on the ground, and Tua still threw for 300. So you're not stopping the pass either. And you're not rushing the passer because I don't know. Let me see. Tua didn't get sacked. He didn't get touched. So you got to figure out what you want to do and who you're going to be. But you're 0-3, and it ain't getting no easier.
No, and the thing I was telling man that with Miami is those guys was having fun, and when a team have fun like that, you in trouble.
Yeah, bro,
you in trouble.
You know why they were having fun, right?
Why is that?
I mean, between the head coach used to be a ball boy for the Broncos, and they snubbed him when he actually interviewed for the head coaching job. The defensive coordinator in Miami is Vic Fangio, who was unceremoniously fired in Denver. He was their head coach.
True.
And you got Bradley Chubb on the defensive line, who was traded from Denver to Miami. So a little bit of history on that team.
That's true. That is true.
I want to answer.
Should have stayed undefeated, just like my 49ers. What's that hard?
I feel you.
Only 2 teams undefeated.
Just protect your
teams.
It's 3. The Eagles too.
Eagles. That's right. That's right. The Eagles are. That's right.
Hey, week 1 is in the past, bro.
He's still ringing your doorbell.
I came on here. Yeah, I came on here and I ate my crow. I'm gonna enjoy watching everybody eat theirs.
I did
And
bullshit.
don't forget, you gotta play them Gators come the last week of the season. So, but
oh damn, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Chris asked if we would kick the field goal or if we would have shown mercy to get the record.
I got you.
I like what he did. He had already beaten them enough. You know, kind of. You ain't no point in kicking no field goals. If you was gonna score a touchdown, then go down and do that. But I ain't kicking no field goal just to. That's just not me.
Yeah. Denver. Man, just handle the dogs right now. With Judy going down, it's just Jesus Christ.
They do have a replacement for Jerry Judy though. That young man Mims, he's been making huge plays last couple of weeks, man.
Marvin Mims.
Yeah, he did pretty good against us. Yeah, that's true.
He caught a rainbow pass against Washington. He did good against us.
Yeah,
he had a kick return Sunday. It kind of helped padded the score a little bit for Denver, but I think Mims gonna replace Judy. I think Denver might be getting rid of Jerry Judy pretty soon.
Speaking of punt return, just real quick before we get to the Rams game, man. Shadeed, man, for the New Orleans, man, that guy is a problem. Shadeed, right? Was it Raheem Shadeed? Something like that.
I got. But he didn't do much for me though. All he did was run back that punt. That's
big. Run that punt.
I mean, he lost his quarterback streak.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he bullshit. Shout out to Derek Carr, man.
Not one.
We want to talk about the Pack. What you want to talk about the Pack? They came down 17-0 though. That was good. That was good because I'll tell you something. Jordan Love had a shit game. Shout out
to Jordan Love's second half.
Yeah, word. There you go. For the first half, he stunk it.
Yeah.
Woo, boy, he stink. He stink bad, but yeah.
Fella though.
What you say, Street?
I think they're gonna be okay with him.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna get better and better.
Yeah.
They might actually draft a receiver for him.
There you go. And it's good that he's having he had a bad game. I mean, he still had a bad game, but it's good he's having it now.
So and they still pulled it.
Huh?
I say he had a bad game and they still pulled it out.
Yes, sir. I guess a good New Orleans defense.
Yeah.
Good.
Only giving up one touchdown the entire season, and they gave up 2 in that second half. So
word. Yeah. So shout out to the Pack attack. Look like they're gonna be back. Jair come back. How long is he out, Mark?
Check 1 second.
If Jair come back, it's gonna be a whole new regime for that Green Bay's defense. But they're gonna rally around Love, man. I like Love, man. He stunk it up, but he got better. So I'm okay with a quarterback stinking it up and then getting himself together. So that's good. That's good. Good thing. Good kudos for him. All right, man. We got the last Monday night game here as Mark get the Jair Alexander information for me. Monday night game. The last Monday night game, we had the Los Angeles Rams. They went against the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals won. Bengals come up with the win by the score of 19-16. I'm trying to pull that up right now.
Alexander is questionable, but he's expected to play in their next game.
Bam. There it is. That is right there. So, boom. There it is. Jair will be back. He woke up at the end of the game and held their pause for. He did. And that's good. That's good to see the young guy do that in an actual game again against a savage New Orleans Saints defense, and because they're savage, they are straight savage, man.
Yeah, that's what I need Prescott to do: win the games at the end of the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
What's that dude?
Need him not to throw the ball with 3 red jerseys around.
Yeah, what is he doing? Come on, bro. You cannot do that.
That's all about.
Asante Taylor? That boy, hey, I see future. In New Orleans, man. Asante Taylor?
Oh. The dude was all over the place, man.
He was all over the place, bro. I see future.
Tennessee?
Yeah, I see future, man. So, all right, man. We'll start running my mouth and go to the Bengals. The Bengals get the win 19-16 over the Rams. both teams go 1-2 here. Streets, what'd you get out of that game with the Rams and the Bengals?
It was all right game. A little boring to me. I know
It was.
Burrow came in there a little lame with the strained calf, so he really couldn't move around like he did. But he did enough to get the job done. Jamar Chase had a big game.
Mm-hmm.
For those interceptions, man, it's hard to win when your quarterback throws the ball to the other team. Trust me.
Absolutely.
So,
I know too, bro. I know it big time.
Good game by Burrow, I would say a good gutsy game. He said he was more fearful of going 0-3 than he was re-injuring his calf today. So that game, there and toughed it out. Good game by him though, man. Good game.
Yeah, good game, but I agree to him. Hey Mark, there you go. Drunk.
Good to see you, man.
Wall Street, the Jags lost me $20 this week. I was only going to make $2, but I thought it was easy money.
I try to tell Trey, T-Rock, them Jags, they ain't it, man.
My bad, Wall Street, the Cowboy. Hey, Drunk is in the building, man. You know it's a good day when Drunk here. Drunk is in the building, man. Oh, Drunk. Yeah, man. All right, so Mark, man, what do you get out of that game, man? The Bengals. I agree with Street, man. A little boring.
That's exactly what I did on the game. I told you I fell asleep.
Me too, bro. I was out of there, bro. Second half, I was.
I mean, because I think the main takeaway I have from this game is like sometimes, let's say Occam's razor, the simplest answer tends to be the right one. Getting Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase was cool. It made sense at the time. But I think they really are starting to regret passing on Penei Sewell. The excellent tackle in Detroit.
Good point.
Passing on him and passing on getting extra protection for Joe Burrow, it's been causing him problems his whole career, and it's still causing him a problem now.
Yeah.
It's bad enough he's already hurt, but then you're going to put him behind a less than satisfactory offensive line going up against Aaron Donald. It's just not a smart move, in my humble opinion. So
right.
I think going forward, man, look at any successful organization there's ever been. As soon as you get a franchise quarterback, you got to get an offensive line to protect them.
Yes, sir.
That's why Dallas won their championships.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, the Steelers have been a model of excellency throughout their organization since they got their offensive line in order.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wowie.
Get protection for Joe Burrow, please. You want him to last you a while, so you got to protect him.
I agree. I agree with what you just said right there, Mark. I totally agree with you. Drunk said if they knew T. Higgins would be a dog, they would have took Sewell.
He didn't do much last night.
He damn sure didn't.
He dropped a lot of passes.
I sure was looking for. Drunk said I remember it being a lot of doubts around Sewell at draft time. Okay.
Yeah, but he was unquestionably the best offensive line prospect in that draft, and he's done enough to make Pro Bowls in Detroit. I know they don't mean too much these days, but he's been a very good model of consistency up there, and I know for a fact Burrow will love to have him, because even when they tried to go after my man from Dallas from LSU, they went and signed him in free agency. I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't heard from him. They got Zeus Jr. From Kansas City. He ain't really done too much since he's been up there. So I don't know. Some got to change in Cincinnati if they want to have Joe Burrow for a good while.
Something. And speaking of Cincinnati, it's one guy that knows the Bengals like the back of his hand, and it's the Deuce. What do you get out of that game?
What impressed me the most was them being able to grind that win out. The quarterback played well, but he didn't. He clearly wasn't himself. He's not the Joe Burrow we've grown to know since he's been in the league. And shoot, I've been knowing him since those years where he was down there at LSU, torching us back down in 2019. But their defense looked phenomenal, man. Their defense was flying all over the place. They sacked Matt Stafford 6 times. I think that's the biggest stat that jumped off, and I think that's what made the difference. And Joe Mixon, only touchdown that they scored. He's got to get going too.
Yeah.
But that goes back to that offensive line that Mark was just talking about. They, not getting much push. Aaron Donald looked like Aaron Donald of old last night. I mean,
True.
he was all
Very
over the
true.
place.
Very
He was
true.
taking offensive linemen, putting them 2-3 yards in the backfield, which is good to see from that guy, because I just don't know how much more time we got to see in 99.
Yeah, especially I agree. God damn.
League. But Jamar finally got going. It kind of reminds me of the AJ Brown situation over in Philly. Both of them last week weren't satisfied with their touches, and they both came out the next week and had massive games for their teams. Neither one of them got an end zone, but double-digit catches, over 100 yards receiving. So that's what you need from your number one. He's got to come in and find a way to put his fingerprints on that game, and that's what he did. And T. Higgins went missing. So whenever to me, I think he's the number two. Jamar, T. Higgins, then Tyler Boyd. When your number two goes missing, it kind of puts that much pressure on your number one receiver. And Jamar's one of those guys where he's built to do that. He's built to be the guy whenever he needs to be. So it was good to see him come out and have a good game. But I just don't know what the Rams are doing.
Yeah, nobody does.
And they're kind of spinning. Like, I see tires moving, but they're just kind of.
I'm with you.
Just spinning.
What direction? What do they? What philosophy? What identity?
Yeah.
You got Van Jefferson, but a guy with a lot of talent. But
right now it's Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell is by far the most explosive player on the field. I think
that boy can fly.
I think Puka Nacua, I think he's great. I really do like him. I think he's going to be good for some years to come. I don't know what his contract situation looks like. I don't know if he was undrafted, if he was drafted, or what that situation is. But if he plays like this all season, he's going to require some money whenever it's time to pay him.
Yeah, pay Tutu, bro.
Tutu Atwell looked great even on the ground, and that little reverse that they ran and thought he got into the end zone, and he had just stepped out. But that's what you need, when your offense is kind of sputtering and you can't really get going. You got to have somebody that can just at any given moment go score, and that's who he is for them. So
I agree with you on that, man. Pay Tutu.
Was a 5th round pick, Deuce. And host, you keep saying pay Tutu. Tutu gonna have to do good this year and maybe a second year also. He's been with that team.
You got the robotic voice. He good. Two deuces. There we go. All right, what you say?
Now?
Yes, sir.
I think Puka was a 5th round pick, so he's gonna get his due pretty soon. I think if he can keep it up. But Tutu, he's playing for his job because he's been there a couple of years.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really panned out too well. But this year he's finally starting to excel. So I think you need to prove it this year and then maybe one more year before he get a payday. But I think the Rams are low-key in the same position that the Bengals are in the sense of their offensive line hasn't been that good. That's why they traded for my man from Cincinnati who's doing Thursday Night Football now. They traded for him to beef up that tackle position. He retired, and now they're kind of stuck. So they're kind of back where they were. That's what happens when you try to go the quick route and pay free agents instead of building from within in the draft.
That's that win now.
Yeah.
You saw a whole bunch of guys for 1-year contracts, and they all roll out after that.
That's true. And before I want to get out of here, man, I want to ask Deuce one little more question, man, because Joe Burrow by him being in your division, and you see him at LSU for those years. But what you think is going on with him, bro? Like it's just
Uh,
not Joe cool. Everybody, cigar
Yeah.
in his mouth. Like what's going on?
It's a mixture of two things, in my opinion. And I think they're kind of obvious. I think the first one is that clearly that calf. I think he kind of, I'm not gonna say he rushed back, but he didn't have a proper amount of time to heal before coming back for the week 1 start, and then he's had a few setbacks with that calf. He's been hit. You know, taking those hits don't just go away. Like it doesn't just
Right.
magically heal unless you're off of it. You have
Right.
to be off of that leg, and he's just not one of those guys.
Right.
He's a competitor. I can remember that going back to that 2018 season, his first season at LSU against UCF in that bowl game. He got his bell rung, and he's kind of been on that Joe Cool since that game, since that hit. He came out and has been up here. He's been playing above everybody since then. That's just the competitor in him. And the second one, I think, is what we just discussed, is that offensive line. Being able to keep this guy upright is going to be the key to their success. Between that and having a run game to just, be able to turn around and hand the ball off and get 7 to 8 yards, all that's important. And P. Ryan is gone. He's not there anymore. Down in Houston now.
Yeah.
So, it's Joe, and I'm not sure I think his last name is Williams. I'm not sure who that other brother is. But I think it's the offensive line. I think you got to be able to protect him. I know for sure when he was at LSU, they had Lloyd Cushenberry and guys like that who were on that offensive line who were able to keep him up. They put the weapons around him. They had Jamar, Thad Moss, Clyde, they had Jay Jettas. They had all those guys around
Jay Jettas.
And, it was clearly easy to be, to be that good over there.
Damn right.
But you got to keep him upright. Joe Mixon has to have at least 100 yards on 19 carries. Those two things you just got to fix. And like I think he even said in the interview last night, how this ain't, that calf isn't just going to get better, but he's just got to be able to rehab. I'm sure he's, taking more mental reps than anything at practices. I'm sure it's all recovery, all, ice baths, stems, all that kind of good stuff to get him ready for Sunday. Just being able to go out there on that field and play for 4 quarters on Sunday. But I think once he gets that under control, he'll get that escapability back, because Joe is one of those guys that we don't think about running the football, but that's beautiful when you're in man-to-man and everybody turn their back and run.
Right.
And by the time you turn around, number 9 is 10, 11, 12 yards down the field, and he's sliding for that first down. And those are one of those things that DCs just don't prepare for when you're playing Joe Burrow, because you have to worry about his arm more than you have to worry about his feet. But now I don't have to worry about those feet at all. You know what I mean? And you can kind of disguise your coverages and play those things and do make it just that much harder on them. So I think it's just that health and that offensive line, that front five.
Damn, boy, I tell you, guy with a lot of talent. Like you said, you seen him the most at LSU. I mean, holy hell! Like, all right, Joe, you better pick it up. You got a tough division, Joe. Got a tough division. That was supposed to purgatory. GG, quarterback, Ohio.
Yeah, Joe Burrow originally was at Ohio State.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
Oh shit, I ain't know that.
He transferred to LSU after Dwayne Haskins beat him out for the starting job.
Oh damn. Okay.
So after he lost to Dwayne Haskins, he went to LSU and won that magical run down there. But yeah, he was originally an Ohio State Buckeye.
Yeah.
Damn. You learn something new every day. I did not know that.
He's an Ohio kid.
Okay.
He's from there. He's able to get drafted there, kind of where it all started for him. So
shit. Okay. I didn't know that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all the reviews are in. The podcast panel have given you their reviews and what their insights were on the Sunday night game and the 2 Monday night games. It's kind of weird. We're getting 2 Monday night games. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like football. I love football, but 2 Monday night games, that's too much. It's too much, bro. I can't stay up.
I think we get one a little bit early. I don't have to wait as long anymore to get football. So
Thank you. My bad, GG, man. I'm telling you, that's my dude right there, boy. That's my dude. Always in the building. All right, man. We're gonna find out, man, who is the champion of the King of Predictions for week 3. Right here on the Real Sports Podcast, man. Well, let's get down to it here. Let's get down to it. Where my dramatic music at?
Not again. Not again.
Loose. But Deuce, there's a catch. You are tied with Philly G. So Deuce and Philly G, co-champs of week 3.
I beat Mark again. That's all.
Hey, dude's already told you, man. Anything gridiron related, I did not win this weekend. Low key, I gotta blame the Real to Sports Podcast because this is back-to-back years now. My Raiders have had a multiple-year winning streak against the football team, and back-to-back years I go up against one of the Louisiana boys and I lose, man.
The PAs is in the building, man.
That is
PAs
true.
in the building.
That is true.
So Philly G captured his first King of Predictions title, and the Deuce gets his second. Deuce back-to-back weeks, man. The Deuce on a little streak here and getting a little hot here.
And can't hit a parlay to save my life.
I'll read the status real quick going out of here. Bringing up the rear was Lyric. Lyric went 8-7, and she had a tie with the Jets and she went for the tie with the Jets and the Pats. That didn't happen. She went 8-7. Q Dog, he finished 8-8. And Martin Street tied 9-7. 9-7. And Philly G and the Deuce 10-6. 10-6.
So you mean to tell me it came down to our game? Damn it.
Actually, what really put it with the Colts, Philly G jumped out of the gate with the Colts when he went with the Colts.
Yes.
Yeah.
He jumped out the gate on that one.
There was some controversy in that game, but we
You keep calling him the Maverick, and he
Maverick
keeps making insane decisions.
And
Rightfully so.
Y'all kept going at it. Deuce, it was like Deuce, get the lead, then Philly G. Then Deuce, then Philly G. Then Deuce,
I'm giving up on Jacksonville. I'll tell you that. They're going to count me out this week.
Yeah, Jags, y'all better get it together, man. Yes, sir. 3-0 fantasy, 3-0 Eagles. First prediction title. Let's go. Company by the Deuce. Company by the Deuce. All right, man. All right. We are at the end of the show here. Told you we ain't gonna be before y'all long. We know y'all gotta go to bed. I'm tired, boy. I keep saying it, boy. I am tired. But before we leave, man, the podcast panel, quick picks. We got a quick pick here for Thursday night game between the Detroit Lions as they go to Lambeau to take on the NFC North Division. The Detroit Lions, they go to Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers. Mark, Lions of the Packers.
I can't go against my boy. 44 still on the Lions, so I'm going with the Lions, so he ain't on the Lions no more. So
Lions it is. Lions go on Malcolm Rodriguez.
Barry Sanders University, baby.
Yes, sir. Streets.
What's the Lions?
So you going Detroit?
Yeah.
All right, Detroit it is. Detroit it is. And the Deuce.
Give them boys out the Motor City, man.
Oh man, going down to Motor City it is. They're gonna stop all that love out there. Stop all the love. Stop the love. All right, man. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, get your picks in. Get your picks in, man. If you want to get your picks in. Appreciate you, GG, man. All the love, bro. Appreciate it. You understand, man. Appreciate it, bro. Especially coming from you, bro. That's my dude. That's my dude, man. Appreciate you, Philly G. Appreciate you, Philly G.
Appreciate it, champ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Jones returns. Uh-oh. Okay. Laporta goes off again. Okay. Judge Stowe don't like that, boy. Judge Stowe ain't liking that. But again, man, y'all get your picks in, man. If you want to send your picks in, man, send them in at Real to Sports Podcast at gmail.com, man. We want to hear from you out there. We want to hear from you, man. Give the podcast panel some competition here. We want to hear from you, man. We want to hear from you. So again, man, send those out to Real to Sports Podcast at gmail.com, man. All right, man, that's our show for today. That is our show for today, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Sports to Talk About, man. Please remember, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for us, man. And if you're watching us and listening to us for the very first time, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications and join the R2 family because you belong right here on the Real Sports Podcast with us. With us. With us. Us. Oh, you feeling it, boy. I'm feeling it. I ain't gonna do it. Street.
People.
Check us out, Street.
I have a little technical difficulty through my life.
That's all good. That's
Cowboy Nation, don't worry about it. We'll get back on our horse this coming week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be like, hey, tighten up. Let's go. The light is on Streets, man. We got him real quick. Okay, they got no T. Charlotte coming on and do it. He said,
I beat Tennessee. I beat a ranked opponent this year. You have yet to do so, bro.
Yo, I had a feeling Deuce was gonna hit it, yo. I had a feeling.
Beat LSU, but
okay, that's my bad.
We're gonna do that too. So.
Oh man. All right, ladies. I knew Deuce was going there, man. Again, man, thank you guys for watching, man. We are back in the building this Saturday as the Real Sports Podcast panel are going to give you their picks for week 4. Week 4, man. So come on back, sit down and talk some more football with us this Saturday at 1 p.m. live right here on YouTube. We're going to get on up out of here. Give me something to eat. Hungry. A little hungry. My man, Streets. My man.
Peace, people.
Yes, sir. Mark. Oh.
Boy, they got you good, boy.
Hey, man, yeah, bro. I got to give it to you, man. Boy.
Good game, dude.
This is going to be the archive right here. This
Appreciate
show
you,
going to be the
brother.
archive, man.
Can we change this to his picture?
Yeah,
On
you
the
want to
show?
change the picture? You talking about it's on the injury. And the Deuce, my man. Yes, sir, my man. Yes, sir. There you go. Put it on display, baby. Put it on display. And y'all catch Deuce, man, this Saturday. He got that HBCU news for you guys, so y'all might want to tune in. Saturday, live right here on YouTube, man. We got week 4 picks. And we'll be coming at you at 1 p.m. Eastern time right here on YouTube, right here on the Real Sports Podcast. You know my saying, everybody. Until then, be safe and stay safe. We out.